We just left a meeting with President Biden where we had a discussion about how this legislation meets the needs of the American people. As our colleagues may be aware, early this morning, before 6 a.m., the Senate passed a budget bill which is identical in instruction to the bill that we sent there. We had the debate on that bill on Wednesday. It passed with a strong vote in the House and then went to the Senate. It comes back to us now, and we're addressing it. So that's what brings us to the floor now.
Hello folks, welcome back to my channel. I hope all of you are having a great day so far. We have breaking news coming from Congress. The Senate has signaled broad, bipartisan support on Thursday for the next round of stimulus checks to be more targeted. The chamber voted 99-1 on an amendment from Senator Joe Manchin and Susan Collins from Maine.
Well, I think it stands in a very good place. The point that the president made that has to be made over and over again is that we are living in a moment where tens and tens of millions of working class and middle class people are hurting.
Leave a comment down below saying yes or no. I personally believe that our politicians have to see the truth, and it's that the American people are suffering. The American people need help now. The $600 stimulus checks that were sent out in December were not enough. They did no good to the American people. A $1,400 and even a $2,000 stimulus payment has to be sent out as soon as possible. If you folks agree with my message, then leave a comment down below saying I agree. Everybody, here's what you have to know about Senator Joe Manchin. Manchin wants no checks for individuals making more than $75,000 a year, or couples make $150,000. He wants the amount to start phasing down at $50,000 per person, or $100,000 per couple. Remember folks that Susan Collins is the Republican from Maine and Senator Joe Manchin is a Democrat from West Virginia. They both created an amendment to target the checks and make sure that the upper income taxpayers are not eligible. They both created an amendment to target checks, to target the next round of stimulus checks, and make sure that the upper income taxpayers are not eligible. The vote is non-binding and the budget resolution to which senators attach the proposal does not get signed into law. But the margin signals overwhelming support in the Senate for tightening the phased-out structure of the next round of checks as Congress crafts the stimulus relief bill that Democrats want to pass by mid-March. Manchin said ahead of the vote, "I don't think a single person on this floor would disagree to target the relief to our neighbors who are struggling to pay rent and put food on the table. This $1,400 will make a significant impact on their ability to get by. There are other families who have not missed a single paycheck as a result of the pandemic. It does not make sense to send a check to those individuals," Manchin said. Susan Collins added that the question before us is quite simple. Do we want stimulus checks to go to households with family incomes of $300,000? Senator Angus King of Maine, who backs Manchin's amendment, said he does not have a detailed threshold in mind, but that he believes Joe Biden's stimulus bill should be refined. "I do think it needs to be reduced from what the president has proposed," King said. Apart from Senator Joe Manchin and Angus King, the Democratic co-sponsors of a stimulus bill are John Tester of Montana, Mark Kelly of Arizona, and Mark Warner of Virginia. The Manchin amendment passed by a vote of 99-1 as part of the vote-a-rama on Thursday, which is part of the budget vehicle Democrats are using to pass a bill without requiring GOP support. But that was not an indicator of an agreement. After all, senators define upper income differently. The amendment comes after Joe Biden told Democrats in a Wednesday call that he would not be willing to compromise on $1,400 checks. Now GOP Senator Rand Paul of Kentucky was the only senator to vote against the amendment. And I would like to know what you think in the comments down below, everybody. Should all Americans in the United States receive a third stimulus payment? Or should the stimulus checks be more targeted? Tell me down in the comments. The measure also does not specifically say how the checks should be further targeted, but the vote underscores that lawmakers are likely to make changes to currently offered plans. Senators have been discussing making changes to the phase-out structure of the next round of stimulus checks, amid broader concern that high-income earners would be eligible for payments unless Congress makes changes. Senator Durbin of Illinois told reporters last week, "I happen to agree that the Mnuchin formula on the cash payments should be revisited. The outcome of that Mnuchin formula was indefensible. It came through families in higher income categories. That was not the reason for the cash payments, to give already wealthy people some more money to invest in stocks." Many of the Republicans in the GOP group of 10 people that met with Joe Biden on Monday night discussed their $618 billion stimulus proposal. They also sent a letter to Joe Biden where they highlighted concerns about the phased-out structure of the checks.
And we said that every working class, middle class person in this country is going to get $1,400 on top of the $600. We are going to extend unemployment benefits. We're going to protect people from being evicted. We're going to expand health care. We are going to make sure that vaccines are distributed a lot faster than they previously had been. Those were promises made, and those are promises that have got to be kept. And I will do my best to make sure that happens.
It is always so heartbreaking when we see those people lining up in long lines simply to get some food to feed their kids. I often say it's so hard to believe, and I'm sure you agree with me, Senator, it's hard to believe we see these things here in the United States of America. So that's one of the key issues facing the country right now. Senator
Joe Biden told Democrats on a call, "Maybe we can. I think we can better target that number. I'm okay with that." Not only that, folks, but listen up. The Senate Finance Chairman, Ron Wyden of Oregon, who's also a key figure in crafting the relief legislation, told NBC News that he's not for changing the threshold because that would exclude many Americans who are expecting relief. And I quote, "The people who get 2 checks already are expecting a third on the basis of the pledges and what was said throughout the campaign. They have bills piling up and they have difficulty paying their car insurance." The 10 GOP senators wrote to Joe Biden. The 10 GOP senators read in a letter, "Our goal is to target those direct payments to families with the greatest needs. As we expressed at our meeting, we do not believe that families making up $300,000 per year need these direct payments, which they would have received under the Cash Act passed by the House of Representatives last December, and which is currently included in your proposal." The Republicans added, "We want to help struggling lower and middle-income families, as well as boost the economy." Everyone tell me in the comments down below, who is to blame for holding back our stimulus checks, the Republicans or the Democrats? In regards to SSI and SSDI, filing an SSI application for a child is a 2-step process. First, complete the online child disability report. Once you complete the online report, a Social Security representative will contact you by phone